Alright, this is my setup of Nexus 7 in my Mazda Rx8. This goes up with the accessories. TNT's works. You can override it manually. I shaved the edges, so the actual size of screen is the actual size of the Nexus 7. I integrated with the Trackball, which is very handy. You can screw it everywhere on everything. On the applications, I used basically, it's too bright. Okay. On application, I have these browsers, ways for navigations. I have the OBD Check Pro and the dash cams. There are the list of applications. What you really need, you have to root it, use the Timur kernels to be able to use the OTGY cable and charging and playing song at the same time. Yeah, I have a ways, I have a weather, wallpaper. This guy is for finding the apps, because we're living in the 2019 and Google doesn't approve rooted stuff unless you add a hex code, which is a totally headache. I tried, but it doesn't work. So you have to use like the third-party apps. You have to make a turn around the Google. For this stuff at the beginning, it was such a mess, but I managed to make everything works perfectly good. And actually, it's easier because I pay for some of these apps. They didn't came up at the first place on the Google Play because I don't have access to Google Play. But later I found them free. Amazing. Alright, so from the top to bottom, these two are for finding the apps. They are very handy. This one is the main equalizer on the screen. This one is really back to it. Browser, Google Chrome, I don't use it. Clock. This is a dash cams. We have a Google Drive. It's a little bit dodgy. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. The Dropbox, emails, the foreskin lights, and the normal one for a Mazda, of course. This one is good for exploring. This is a Chinese shit. I don't really use them. I think once I used them to put some settings on it. I don't know. I just left them. One of the good programs is the Jetudio Plus. I highly recommend this one. Maps doesn't really work. Again, the Google stuff for shit when you root it. This one is good for routing. I love it. This one is the NavMe. It's for offline maps. Is it the focus? Oh, okay. This one is again offline. This, I forgot what was about it. This is a power saving. This is all about it. So now I'm connected by the, I will make another video for the hardwares. Anyway, I connected with a quite a beefy charger directed to a battery. You can see it says the external battery, yes, 1200 milliamp max, which is go to like a 2.1 amp, to be honest with you, like a 2000 milliamps. Charging my battery is currently 100%, power save, no. And this is a magic part. FI mode, unplug OTG to switch. And my fasting charge is available. So this is all controls you gain after you use the Timur. By the way, the correct pronunciation of his name is the Timur, and he's a Persian guy like me. Yes, So I left basically all of them like this. This one is good, you can use it, you cannot just leave it, you can't detect it, not such a rush, but this is all about the Timur rooted kernel. That's it. Okay, that's about the magic parts. We have a power save. Okay, yes, of course I have a Spotify. I love it because I can sync it with my phone. I'm gonna make the other video show it how it works. You can play the music from your phone, go through your list. You can make the offline download. It works like a charm. The other part is about the torques, the torque lights. Again, I think in this one here, on this one is works. Actually, I bought it because it gives you the username and a password, so it's totally free from the Google Crabs. And also some plugins for it. The Weather Pro, the Waze is my main navigation. Okay, let's go through them from here. Okay, let me turn on the currently I'm using the silent CD, which is connected to a aux output. It's not the best, but for time being it works. So for those that don't know what is a silent CD is basically a CD which there is no sounds on it. So now my head unit is playing the CD and it's full, it's fixed, it's playing, but it doesn't. I mean, actually it does, but it's silent. So the input comes from the Nexus. And here, before I jump to it, we have a trackball, which is very handy, extremely handy when you want to play it and go between the tracks, putting shortcuts on it. Also here I have the USB plug-in, the USB female socket, I don't know, whatever. So this is, for example, the USB. You put it here, close it, came here. Let me zoom in. Yep. Here on the top, you can see the tablet, USB pen drive. Here are the files. Which one? Let's go to pics, for example. These are the actual pics. You can copy, you can paste, you can move. Going back, so you can put the programs here. So basically this is a totally new world. This is totally on a new level because it's the OTG. You can connect everything. Okay, and that's injected. Okay, injected. Let's remove it. And by the way, here I have the wireless charging. I will make other video about it. Yay. Okay, so yeah, what is the volume? The volume is 10 is okay. Yeah, so here I wanna play some music. Let's play with the Spotify. And go to the Waze. Oh, I have to pause the music actually because of the the copyrights. Yeah, so it works. For example, when you're in the Waze, you have the Spotify logo here. Here you have a shortcut to Spotify for playing whatever. So yeah, what I want to say, yeah, Waze is quite handy. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I mean I was like the Google, mostly the Google Maps, but it's much more handier because it shows the live traffic, the congestions. If there is an accident or something, it's very handy, extremely handy, especially when you have a Spotify, so you can just play the music while you're looking at your navigation, so you don't need to switching that much. Let's close these stuffs. What else? Yeah, Spotify. You also add a Jet Audio. This is Jet Audio Plus. You have the all sort of the settings for the playing list, going through the playing. Yeah, sound quality is quite good, but I'm not still happy with it. Okay, so that's from that. And yes, while you're playing stuffs, you can also bring them up. For example, let's say we're playing this one. The icons coming here. You have it here. You can pause, go backward, whatever. Yeah, here you have the. I put a shortcut, for example, on the. If I push this one, this is my brightness. I control manually. I don't use the automatics. Now, by the way, I am connected to Wi-Fi of the house. Normally, I just hotspot my phone. This works brilliant. The volume control, just tab it. It's came in here. You wanted one more, tab it, one more, give you everything. I put a reboot here. Whatever else, you can convert colors on tip of your fingers. When I want to leave my car, normally I put it on the flight mode. It means it's the GPS is off, the Wi-Fi is off, so just saving a battery. Very, very handy. And about this one, so because it's rooted, you can control everything. For example, about the widget, about the appearance, about the all sorts of the controls on the colors, on the name it. You can just control it. Yeah. Okay, let's go to one of these. I don't remember when was the last time actually I used this, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is not my favorite. Now it's flashing because I'm not connected. This is my favorite. It's give you the yes, I like it. Rated later. Okay. So you have everything. First you have to connect it. You need the one dongle. So of the this one. No. Where is it? Yep. I use this one. I found it cheap and quite working good. We gate. So putting this one on the OBD2, it gives you the all kind of the informations. Coming here, you can have the live data. Now, yeah, like this: speed, acceleration, power, torque, vacuum boost. Click on them, they change. Fuel economy. This one, the timing, the power, intake temperature, engine torque, the coolant temperatures. You can set it to a fuel consumption, give the reading the codes, changing between the different parameters, fuel efficiencies, giving the gear ratios, dial down, everything. Basically, this is a whole total new words. Yes, let's close this one. What else? What's that? Torque idling. Kill apps. Yes, kill the app. Kill the mosquito. What was that? Unlock the access. I don't know, whatever. So basically that's it. Am I happy? Yes, I'm so happy. I can't be any more happy with this one. A part of the few minor changes which are back in the drawing on the paper I will be making. One of them is I won't be using the 3.5 output sound jack because there is a noise. You have to use the ground loop. You're gonna sacrifice some of your definity in your sounds. I will be use the other kind of the digitals from the USB to a phono output. I'm gonna put the picture now here. Yep. What else? I absolutely recommend to having one of these bad boys. It's like a day and night because when you're driving, just easy. You don't need to touch anything with your hand and making the screen dirty. It's super easy. I really like it, and it was the hardest part of this project because of to running this one and the OTG and the charging at the same time. You have to go through all the putting the Timur kernel and stuffs. Let's close the key. Ta-da! How I manage it? So let me open it with the hand. There is a magnet here. Yeah. So I glue a magnet here on the sweet spot. When it's closed, it's gonna touch the magnet like the leads of a Nexus 2. Like so. I'm showing it to you. You see? That's it. Actually, you can see the magnet, the edge of the magnet. You see it on the. That's the shadow of the magnet, which is under it. Yeah, that's it. That's a magnet. So it would be switch off. When you switch it on, you see it. That's it. The magnet order to be on and off. Other things, I make a small hole here and under this badge for a hard resetting. Sometimes you don't know you need it. Actually, I use it quite few times because I have some problems, but basically I managed to address all of them.